Hello NCAC sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of The Rundown. On this week's show, we'll highlight a pair of impressive performances on the indoor track and field circuit and celebrate the Player of the Week award winners in both men's and women's basketball. With the NCAC Indoor Track and Field season now in full swing, several squads were in action last weekend across the conference, led by the Oberlin women and Wittenberg men, both winning the team titles at the Worcester Fighting Scots Invitational. Individually, Denison sophomore Ajay Brooks and Worcester sophomore Jack Petreka highlighted the list of 6 NCAC Athlete of the Week award winners. Brooks, who hails from Washington, D.C., guided the Big Red to a second-place finish at the Fighting Scots Invitational by posting first-place individual finishes in the 60 and 200-meter dash events with respective times of 7.96 and 26.26 seconds. And on the men's side, Petreka helped lead Worcester to a third-place team finish at the Fighting Scots Invitational after winning the high jump with the NCAC's top effort to date this season at 6 feet 5 inches. NCAC indoor track and field teams do return to action this weekend with several events on the schedule, led by Oberlin hosting its own Dan Kinsey Invitational on Friday, and Denison hosting its annual Bob Shannon Invite on Saturday afternoon. And in women's basketball action, the Hiram program reached new heights last week by collecting its 7th league win of the season and jumping into a third-place tie with Denison in the NCAC standings with identical 7-4 records. The Terriers won 6 league games a year ago and have twice posted 5-11 records in conference action in 2009 and again in 2012. Hiram Jr. Mercedes Jones was named the NCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week after she played an instrumental role in leading the Terriers in the league wins over Worcester and Allegheny. She posted a pair of double-double performances on the week, with 16 points and 10 rebounds in a 74-50 win over Worcester, before adding 20 points, 11 boards, and a career-high 5 steals in a 76-55 victory over Allegheny. And in the 2 games combined, Jones shot 16 of 26 from the field and knocked down 4 of 5 free throw attempts. NCAC women's teams return to the hardwood this week with 8 total league games on the slate, led by Ohio Wesleyan hosting Denison on Wednesday night, and Hiram traveling to DePaul on Friday. And the race at the top of the NCAC men's basketball standings tightened up last week after Wittenberg handed number 9 Denison its first league loss of the season on Saturday by a narrow 71-70 margin. It was an action-packed final 2 minutes between the Tigers and Big Red on Saturday in Granville. We pick up the action with 1:40 left in the game as Witt Senior Jalen Williams hit this running jumper to pull the Tigers within 3 at 70-67. After a missed opportunity on the other end of the floor, Williams then nailed this step-back jumper with 58 seconds left to make it a 1-point game. On the ensuing Big Red possession, Williams then stripped DU junior Max Siwick to set up a hectic final 30 seconds that saw Wittenberg senior Shane Edwards bank in this running jumper with 10 seconds left, and Williams sealed the 1-point victory on this block shot as time expired. Williams, who scored 16 of his team-high 23 points in the second half against DU, was named the NCAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week after also tallying 12 points and 6 rebounds in a 59-48 midweek win over DePaul. And there is another full slate of games in the NCAC this week, led by a pair of marquee matchups at the top of the league standings, as Denison will travel to Ohio Wesleyan on Wednesday night before hosting Worcester on Saturday for a Saturday afternoon matinee. Finally, now that we have reached the end of the swimming and diving season, we want to remind the fans that the 2017 NCAC Swimming and Diving Championships are set for next week, February 8th through the 11th at Denison's Trumbull Aquatic Center in Granville, Ohio. A complete team-by-team preview for the meet will be available this Thursday, while more in-depth meet information, which includes ticketing and the meet schedule, can be accessed by visiting the championship page on the NCAC website. And as always, NCAC sports fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can visit our website at www.northcoast.org. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. Well, that puts a wrap on this week's show, but be sure to join us again next time for another edition of The Rundown.